You know, I saw something on Instagram, Baseball Pod. That is the Instagram account. And they had some interesting stuff about Thurman Munson, who died in doing takeoffs and landings in Ohio, right? In Ohio. Yes, I remember him. 1979. I still remember when he died. I remember I got that book. I don't feel like playing baseball today. And Baseball Pod, interesting stuff. MVP in 76, Rookie of the Year, seven-time All-Star, three-time Golden Gold Glove winner. He was the first catcher in 4 seasons to have 180 plus hits while throwing out 50 or more base runners in those 4 years. First catcher to do that. 1973, one of two catchers to catch 140 complete games and have an OPS of plus 140. He had a 7.2 WAR that season, which was the best ever for a Yankee catcher all time. What's up, Josh? 20 more RBIs in the postseason, and he threw out 20 plus runners in the postseason. 357 batting average in the postseason. 46.1 WAR in his career. First Yankee captain since Lou fucking Gehrig. Lou Gehrig. How about that? That is beyond impressive in my book. And I said, you know what? How is he not in the Hall of Fame? You know, all these guys are in. They look for people to put in every freaking year. And that's what I did not do a trivia question for today. Okay, I got to figure that one out. Okay. And 21 catchers have had 180 hits while catching at least 120 games, 4 consecutive seasons. The only other catcher to do this was Hall of Famer Pudge Rodriguez. Only 12 catchers have achieved 180 hits and caught 120 games while being above the league average in defensive caught stealing percentage for the season. 1,780 players at any position have collected at, to put this in further perspective, 1,780 players at any position have collected at least 180 hits in a season. So think about it. He's a catcher. Yeah. Same time, able to excel on the, hey, what's up, Kev? To excel on the defensive end of the ball is one of the most, to hit, to throw out defensive, hit enough for average, get 180 hits while also excelling defensive end, yes. And durability means he played a ton of games. He also had 7 consecutive seasons of at least 130 hits for a catcher. Time of his death in 1979, he had 110 hits, 60 games left. He would have almost certainly had at least 8 consecutive seasons of 130 hits. He's one of exactly 10 catchers in history to catch 1,000 plus games and produce a 40 plus WAR in 10 consecutive seasons. Produced 45.6 WAR from 70 to 79. Only 6 catchers, all Hall of Famers, might I add, ever delivered more at any 10-year period. 357 batting average in the postseason, 94 points higher than the Hall of Fame catcher average. He threw out at least 7 runners in 3 different postseasons. He is the only catcher in history to throw out at least 3 base runners caught stealing in 6 different postseason series. Yeah. His hits per postseason game is higher than every Hall of Fame catcher. His RBIs per postseason game is higher than every Hall of Fame catcher. More postseason defensive caught stealing than every Hall of Fame catcher. Higher postseason OPS 874 than every Hall of Fame catcher except one, who they didn't list. Yes, I mean, listen. 3 consecutive years, 300 batting average, 100 plus RBIs. Jesus. I mean, everything. 492 of the 500 players in history with the most postseason at bats have a lower batting average than Thurman Munson. The 7 players among those 500 with a higher average than Munson are all Hall of Famers and none are catchers. He had 190 hits since 1975. Was the closest ever a catcher came to be a league leader in hits. Brett had 195. He hit safely in 27 of 30 postseason games. Joe DiMaggio hit safely in 24 of his first 30 postseason games. He caught back-to-back Cy Young Award winners and win the World Series both years. Munson and Guidry are the only pitcher-catcher pair with an 18-plus K game, I was at that game, and a World Series win in the same years. 1970, wasn't it 77? 78? 78. Every game he played in the postseason as captain of the Yankees, his team was facing a Hall of Fame manager. He led them to more postseason series wins against Hall of Fame managers, 5, than any Hall of Fame catcher. Jesus. Hall of Fame catchers who played during or after Munson have a combined 3 postseason series wins versus Hall of Fame managers. The 3 Hall of Fame catchers who played during the 1970s have exactly 0 postseason series wins against Hall of Fame managers. One of only 9 players in history with a Rookie of the Year, MVP, Gold Glove, and a World Series championship. 9 players. Why the fuck isn't he in? I saw that. I was all pissed off today. So I put a picture up of Thurman. I said, you know what? He should be in the Hall of Fame. He's not in. It's horse shit. It's fucking horse shit. He put up the stats. Hit for average, had hits, threw guys out. What else do you want? And was the first captain since Lou Gehrig. And he's not in the Hall of Fame? And all these guys are getting Harold Baines, 3,000 hits and all this shit? Why don't we talk about productivity? Terrell Davis with Denver. What do you have? 3 good years? Gale Sayers, great, very short career. And you're telling me Thurman Munson's not Hall of Fame caliber? Are you kidding me? That resume looks seven MVP, Rookie of the Year, 7-time All-Star, 3-time Gold Gloves. Right? Really? That's what you really? What's up? What's up, Rob? That's horse shit. Horse shit, I tell you. Horse shit. So I was like, that's ridiculous. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Definitely should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I'm watching UNC Notre Dame lacrosse. They're down 7-5 with 6:53 left. Ben and LG are going today to the NC State UNC game today at 4 o'clock on ESPN with the Bahrain, the first race of Formula One seasons today too. Tonight we got the Rangers. Matt Rempe. There's an article in ESPN about the Rempe factor with the Rangers. It's legit. They play in Toronto today. How about Ben Simmons just sucking? I saw a stat. Ben Simmons. Yeah, gotta love Ben Simmons. You know, Nets Daily always puts some good shit up. But I saw this. What I gotta get to the good stuff. All right. Ben Simmons, Nick Claxton has logged 99 minutes with Ben Simmons spread over 8 games. They have been outscored by 51 points in those minutes while shooting 43.4%. The data shows he is a non-entity. He runs the offense well, hits open mans for 3. It's just that he doesn't want to score. Yeah, why? You know, dude, what are you doing out there? Maybe go to a hypnotist or something. Do something. If you're not doing anything with that body and how big you are, and you're not doing anything offensively, what's the point? You're getting outscored. He is useless, and then he's always hurt. Misses more games than he plays. Dude, you don't want to play basketball anymore. You just want to collect the money. That's not how life works. You gotta work to earn your pay, and he's not working. And I know he has back injuries. Dude, just retire already. Just go away so we don't have to even talk about you anymore. You're never going to come back to the player you were. You're a shell of yourself. The truth came out with the Sixers. The Nets got you. You had to sit out a whole season for mental health. And I deal with mental health all the time. I'm not sitting out games. I'm not sitting around. Well, yeah, I am. I'm not working out as much now. But that's on me. That's my excuse. I'm also not getting paid $30 million a year. So I would think that'd be a little extra motivation to get my ass out there. But hey, what do I know? I just do a podcast. JD Talking Sports. Hey guys, can we get some more subscribers on YouTube? Can we get some more people? You know, TikTok? I'm everywhere. TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. I am everywhere. I am omnivorous. I'm all-knowing. So please subscribe. You know, hey, come on. Let's make this happen. Oh, and I am now on with Company of Jace. Key put me on with Hellman and a bunch of other guys. They have it's really wrestling. I thought it was more boxing and stuff. I like the boxing. Not really a wrestling guy. But they put it up, and I haven't found that Otani got married to, he said, a normal woman. Well, the regular woman is 3-time AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida. That's supposedly who he married, just a regular woman. Is that true? I don't know. But I thought that would, yeah. Oh, it's all of it? It seems like it's more wrestling there, buddy. Yeah, it seems like a lot more wrestling. But hey, it's all good. I'll take it right now, and we'll ride this wave. And this was kind of crazy. I didn't know about this. Matsui, Derek Jeter, and Bobby Abreu made a bet that whoever got married first would win some cash. Matsui allegedly already planned to wed his fiance, so he just spread out the process and flew to New York to get married and win the bet. He got married to win a bet against Abreu and Jeter. And he has a picture, and I did read an article that Matsui has an enormous porn collection. But when he got married, he had a drawing of his wife. They said he has 2 kids, but no one knows what the wife, very, very quiet about his wife. You know, I mean, but he drew a picture of him and his wife. It's hard to see on IG, but it was easier to see on the, drew a picture of his wife. But how about that? Wins a bet. I was gonna get married anyway. Yeah, I can win some money too. So let's just make it happen. I thought that was hilarious. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that after they were talking about Ohtani getting married. Garrett Cole, no fan of Vogelback. He took a slow trot in the first inning. Yeah, what's the day? Are we still in February, March 1st? Yeah. Yeah, enjoy that homer. Asked if you remember Vogelback's trot during the season. I don't forget a lot of things. And then Matthew on Company J said he was going to beam him to hell. And I said, "What do you mean beam?" He goes, "No, beam." I was like, "All right, dude, I'm not going to argue with you. Beam. I think it's bean, in my opinion. But he said beam, and I thought that was pretty funny. And yeah, just oh my God, Michigan likes watching SWAT. That shows you shit. Oh, fucking, they're gonna give a goal again, motherfuckers. Down 7-5, man. There's only 3:14 left. UNC, you got to get going. Get that offense moving and grooving. Come on, let's get going. Jesus Christ, slow as shit today. Yeah, and Nets on. Yeah, so they're playing tonight. They're gonna host the Hawks. How about this? Horace Jenkins went to William Patterson here in Jersey. This is from the Underdog site that I've talked about previously. Dropped out of college to care for his newborn baby. Worked odd jobs to feed him. Electrician, garbage man, gas station attendant. Saved enough money to send himself back to college. Became the D3 Player of the Year. Went to play 7 professional seasons. 1 year he played with the Pistons, 2004-2005. He averaged almost 3 points a game. Euro Cup top scorer in 2006. I would say that's go from D3 to playing overseas and playing a year in the NBA. And he scored double figures in a game with the Pistons that year, but made more money overseas than he did with the minimum of the NBA was like 347. He wanted more shekels. So good for him. All right there. Harry Giles III has agreed on a 2-way contract with the Lakers. He was number 20 overall pick in 2017 out of Duke. Guy's been all over the place. He's been Lakers, yeah. Christian Wood and Colin Castleton are injured, so he's filling in. Yesterday with the Pacers-Pelicans, Pacers lost 129-110. Brandon Ingram went for 34, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. How about Halliburton? 0 points, 0 for 7, 0 for 6 from 3, 22 minutes. First time since November 22nd, 2021, when he was playing for a sack against Philly. He finished the game with 0 points. And the Pacers were the first team to have 0 offensive rebounds in first quarter since 2013. Thank you, David Fisher. Yeah, didn't have a single defensive rebound in the whole quarter. First time since 2013. And the Celtics, hey, someone was saying that Tatum, since other guys, when the team still beats teams when he's not playing great, that he shouldn't be up for MVP. I didn't know he had to be MVP 82 games a year. That's what the thing is. Sometimes you have off nights and guys step up. But that's some fucking idiot talking on, Twitter or X, formerly known as Twitter. Just putting it out there and just saying dumb shit. It's like David Zirin, a Jew, who is saying now Israel should be, have the same treatment as Russia, that they shouldn't be allowed to have any athletes at the Olympics because they, with the whole thing happening in Gaza, that wouldn't have fucking started if those motherfuckers hadn't attacked on October fucking 7th. This guy's a fucking Jew, and I'm fucking embarrassed to say he's a fucking Jew. That fucking asshole. David Zirin. Zirin. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Go fuck yourself, you fucking dipshit. Embarrassment. Yeah, I don't try to get political, but when I see that shit, when they say stuff, fuck you. Yeah. All right, I said my piece on that. All right. Yeah, I'm a little riled up today. Yeah, so the Celtics, because there's so many idiots that say so much dumb shit out there that you're just like, shut the fuck up. Just shut up. So Celtics, 10 in a row, beat the Mavs. And, that's a lot of... Yeah, Doncic at 37, 12, and 11, and they lost by 28. So the Celtics are 47 and 12. Mavs are 34 and 26. Yeah, Tatum at 32, Brown at 25, Porzingis at 24, and they got the fucking win. And that's what we want. We want wins, right? I don't want the Celtics winning. 10 in a row is a lot of wins right now. Yeah. Yeah, Thurman does belong. Yeah, what's up there, Saul? He does. He does belong in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, you damn right he does. You say, everybody say their pieces. People, yeah. And I saw this from Company of Jace. This was from Andrew Petcash that Jaylen Brown, $60.8 million, got a 5-year 304. He loses $22.5 in federal tax, $6 million in escrow, 1.8 million agent fees, 1.4 in FICA Medicare, 1.8 in jock tax, 2.7 in Massachusetts tax. He's still netting 24.5 million. Guys, yeah, I know. Taxes get you and you got to pay everybody whatever. It's still 24.5 million. That's a lot of money in my opinion. A lot of money. But hey, that's what I still remember that McDonald's commercial. Who's this FICA guy and what's he doing with all my money? I always remember that. Yeah, they're about to lose the game. They're losing. UNC's going to lose this game. And Jaylen Brown, this is from Jared Weiss, declined to comment on the Celtics fans still booing Kyrie Irving, but he did have some advice. We should probably boo every star player that comes in the arena. When Jokic and all those other players come here, boo them too. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm all for that. That's what you should do. You boo everybody who comes in your arena. Come on, you don't think Kyrie's going to get booed every time he comes to visit? Of course he is. He should. He should, man. Yeah. Yeah. What the hell? Yeah. 100%. 100%. Blazers beat the Grizzlies. Suck. They won by 30. Ended a 9-game losing streak. Bucks. Hey, remember they were 3-7 with Doc? 5 in a row. They beat the Bulls last night. 113-97. Clippers 140, 115 over the Wizards. So the Wizards go over 12 in February. Start March with another loss. They're 9-51. The Clippers improved to 38-20. But Russell Westbrook, last player to appear in every game this season for the Clippers, second unit guy. Now you're going to have to go with Bones Highland, who was deactivated along with PJ Tucker before the All-Star break because he wasn't getting playing time. He was pissed off. Now you're going to have to rely on Bones Highland, and you're going to lose 11 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists in 23 minutes a game, which is not good. I mean, broke his hand, and you're like, oh, fractured his hand. He's probably going to be out the rest of the month. Dude, I got to switch. Yeah, dude, you know what? I mean, I gotta go off IG. You want to come on? How much you coming on for? How long you want to come on for? Yeah. What do you want to talk about? Yeah. So Raptors. Yeah. And Russell's building 180 affordable housing units in South LA, giving back to his community, which I think is pretty cool. Raptors lost to Golden State. Warriors improved to 9-4 on second back-to-back. And most wins on 0 days rest this season. It's pretty good. And Scotty Barnes got hurt. He was defending Kuminga on a layup attempt, and he broke his hand. Another guy, second guy to break his hand. Yeah, I mean, crazy. So they were +6 in Barnes, 60 minutes, -16 without him, outscored 38-26, and now they're going to be without him, and they don't have guys to replace him. So he's out a while. And he was the all-star game replacement for Embiid, and Randall getting sidelined, having a really good year, 20 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Yeah. And he's just missed 13 of 224 regular season games, and they're going to miss him terribly. Yeah. He recorded his franchise record 4th triple-double in a season on Monday, and now he's out. They're 22-38. They're not making the playoffs if he's out, and he's out. Broke his hand. Fracture of his third metacarpal bone of his left hand. So 2 guys with the left hand. And quickly has attempted at least 7 threes in 5 straight games, tied for the longest streak of his career. Allen Iverson getting a statue outside the Sixers facility. They announced Friday that the Hall of Fame guard will become the 10th player in franchise history to be honored with a sculpture at the team's training facility. Okay. He'll be honored ahead of the Sixers game against the Nets. Cool. That's cool. All right. Yeah, good. Yeah, 11-time All-Star, 4-time leading scoring champion. 6 times went to the finals in 2001. Anthony Edwards had 11 points in the first half, then left to go watch the birth of his first child. But they lost 124-120 to Sacramento. They fell to 42-18. Sacramento improved to 34-25. UNC lost. Fuck. So Malik Monk, 39 points, 3rd most points in a game. 35 in the second half of his 39, 18th in the fourth. Awesome. Sabonis, 21, 15, 8. He's a double-double machine. McDaniels at 26. Yeah, and they said every reporter has a story they tell. So MDJ was a part-time reporter for Tencent Sports, a Chinese media company. He said in 2016, he said he was, go to Wizards games where I did a brief one-on-one, 2 or 3 questions with a player of the visiting team, usually after a game. They were annoyed, they're tired, they want to get the bus and leave. But he said Mike Conley always had time to talk to him. I was 18. He showed me respect. Here I'm an 18-year-old kid. And he said it was really cool, respectful, friendly dude. And Shake Milton, hey, if you want him, you can sign him. He was bought out by the Pistons, and he is nothing guaranteed for next season. and he met the March 1st deadline for playoff eligibility. He landed with the Pistons from the T-Wolves after the trade deadline. And how about an hour after Caitlin Clark announced her entry into the WNBA draft, the Fever encouraged fans to hop on board with ticket links and reminded them the draft was only 46 days away, which is pretty awesome. Yes, pretty freaking awesome. Yeah. And NYU, 2024 D3 champs, number 1 overall seed. They're 26-0, won the opening round of the D3 tournament against Millsaps College, 78-51. They will play tonight against the winner of Southern Virginia University or host DeSales. So we'll see what happens. Davidson women's basketball canceled the remainder of their season. Too many injuries. They started 12-1. They even beat Duke in November. Were receiving AP votes, but had to forfeit games at Dayton and Fordham due to non-COVID health and safety protocols within the program. They lost on senior night on Wednesday, but only 7 players suited up. 6 of them played 25 minutes or more. They finished 18-10, including 2 forfeits, and will not participate in the 8-10. That really sucks, man. You know, these women bust their ass. Players get injured and everything. That really sucks. I see that shit, and I'm like, that sucks. You know, you get hurt and everything, and I'm like, yeah, it just really. And like TCU early, they had to have a open tryout. Started 13-0, had to bring in walk-ons. That's what they have, open tryouts, and they're 19-9. I mean, they struggled. I love the arrogance of Nate Oakes and Bama. He says, we don't storm the court here. We expect to win big games. We've been in plenty of good teams in this building since I've been here. I like the way it's been here. Okay, dude. Yeah, good. Yeah, like you guys have won national championships. I don't think no Final Fours either. So, you know, yeah. Well, I think that's a good attitude. Act like you've been there before, like Barry Sanders always said. But, you know, come on. Ridiculous shit, you know? And Anthony DeComo, Jeff McNeil tweaked his left biceps for the Mets. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. During work the other day. But they're going to delay him, you know, keep him out a little bit. Joe Wendell, right shoulder soreness. Should get into a game in about a week. Yeah. Yeah, he's going to not hit for a couple days, McNeil. But Brandon Nimmo will make his debut Sunday, and Harrison Bader, you know, will swing on that first pitch and miss about 10 weeks, you know, because he'll pull his oblique. Because Harrison Bader is like a piece of glass. He breaks very easily. And Ronald Acuna Jr., irritation around his meniscus that should not keep him out for opening day. But, dude, that is not a good sign already. He's had knee problems in the past, but I don't take that as a good sign. And Vaughn Grissom has a left groin strain, and he's supposed to start at second base, and they don't think he's ready for opening day. Well, he kind of got beat out last year with Atlanta and spent, you know, most of the year in AAA last year. But I guess we're going to see what's going to happen on that front. And Matt Chapman gets a 3-year, $54 million contract, but can opt out after the first year. So Boris clients are not making the shekels at all. He'll be 31, 17 home runs last year. He's hit more in the past. He's won 4 Gold Gloves. Great third baseman. They said they could even play him at shortstop. And he has won the Platinum Glove in the American League, given annually to the player considered by his peers to be the best fielder in the sport. In both of those seasons, the NL winner was Nolan Arenado, his former high school teammate at El Toro High School in Lake Forest. Can you imagine that Arenado and Chapman were teammates in high school? Jesus Christ. You have two. I mean, Arenado, I think, is on pace to be a Hall of Famer. He has been a phenomenal. He has put up very strong career numbers. Imagine having 2 guys on one side of your infield go to play in the major leagues in high school. That's pretty impressive. And he rejected a 10-year, $150 million contract from the A's. He's batted .226 since 2020. He can draw walks, above average hitter, but he does strike out a lot. Yeah, he did .205 with a .659 OPS, 17 home runs, his lowest total in a full season in the major leagues. And I was like, well, that's not gonna get the job done. So we'll see what happens on that front. And Brandon Crawford, 13 years with the Giants, wanted to sign a 1-year deal, said, I'll come off the bench, whatever. And hey, you know what? You gotta love your who's the president of what's his name? Front office executive Farhan Zadi said, and he wouldn't do it. He wasn't backed by one person whose opinion matters. They don't want him. So one opportunity was offered to him by he could get the last spot on the roster, a non-roster invitee, a guy who's playing on your team for 13 years, and you're going to treat him like a piece of shit. What's that say for an organization? Why would I go play? And they said they're in the play for Blake Snell. Why would I go play with the San Francisco Giants when Crawford, who won 3 championships with the goddamn team, why? He said, I'll come to the bench. I was told I could earn the last spot. He wanted to return, saying that would have been ideal. He offered to come off the bench, serve as a veteran mentor, but Zadi turned him down. Wow. Yeah. And he even said Crawford, but they have rookie Marco Luciano they want to develop. What does it matter? They can develop him, have a guy off the bench. He just wants to be around the team, a veteran mentor who has won with the organization. Nah. Now, I know he hit 194 in 93 games last year. All-Stars recently is 2021. Jesus Christ. Yeah. He's going to back up and mentor Mason Wynn in St. Louis, who has a cannon for an arm. And I know that Josh sent me that one. And Josh also sent me the Colorado State tight end, whose name escapes me. They do the drill. He was doing a pass-catching drill as a tight end at the combine. Well, he thought it was his last ball that he threw him. But so he has a ball in his hand, running a route, goes around and catches another ball. And during the drill, he thought that last ball was his last. No, he did another ball come. So he had 2 balls in his hand and catching them. I know that sounds kind of weird when I say 2 balls in his hands. But it was a really cool thing that Josh sent me. And I was like, that's really fucking cool, dude. That's a guy and what was that guy's name, Josh? Do you remember what the guy's name was? The tight end, Colorado State? I know I have his name here. I had it somewhere. Yeah, I don't remember. But Josh, maybe I could find it. Josh sent it to me. Yeah, wait a minute. I think I have it here. I want to get the guy's name right. Oh, Aaron sent me some. Let's see. Oh, yeah. His name was Dallin Holker. Yeah, check this out. Look at this. Catches a ball and then catches the other ball. How cool is that? How cool is that? Like, oh, I'm doing my shit. That was nice. See? Catches one. Oh, yeah. I'm going to catch. That was awesome. See? Just pick stuff up and have it there and get going. Yeah, Aaron sent me. Everybody's sending me stuff. I got this long joke. Dr. J always sends me long jokes. Oh, Andy. He sent me something for 40 over. You can't go wrong with 40 over Virgin. Batman, the jump toy is cool. The last one is. Oh, that's what Ario says to me. Yes. Yeah. Yo, you have me in your ear. That's all right. That's all right, Josh. Don't worry about it. I got it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Very good. And yeah, I saw that. I thought that. Yeah. And Canucks, Elias Peterson, 8-year, $92.8 million, 75 points in 62 games for the number 2 team in the NHL right now. And 29 goals. Hey, listen, his annual value is 11.6, 5th highest cap hit behind Austin Matthews, McKinnon, Connor McDavid, and Panarin of the Rangers. He carries a full no movement for the last 7 seasons of the deal, which begins in 24-25. 47 of the $92.8 million will be paid out in signing bonuses. All right. Yeah, he was going to be a restricted free agent this summer, but hey, you know what? You're having a good season. Let him. You got to make it work. And how about this? Rugby, Australia and New Zealand's National Rugby League kicks off 2024 season in Vegas today with 2 matches at Raiders Allegiant Stadium. The NRL is in Vegas like every other punter or entertainer in the city to make money. It craves a slice of the $119.8 billion the American Gambling Association says was bet in 2023, and a turbo boost of the NRL brand to lure revenue from U.S. broadcasters and sponsors, the National Rugby League. I go see it. Yeah, what the hell, man? I don't know. And PWHL, 6 teams. They said they're not going to. Season 2, good. Do not overexpand quickly. Please do not go ape shit like that, man. Do not do it. Do not. All right. If Rob's still there, you want to come on? Yeah. You want to talk about something? Yeah. I just wanted to get some of that stuff out of my head. So if you want to come on, just tell me, and you just reach out to me. All right. So the Giants are going to release Mark Glowinski, who Cullen is okay with. I don't know why. He was the highest rated guard this past season per PFF, 25th overall. The Giants highest rated, 64.8. Yeah, and they might move up in the draft to get a quarterback. And listen, I don't know how if you have the Bears, Washington, and the Pats could take quarterbacks. I don't know what you're going to do. And what are you giving up? Draft picks? I don't think it's a smart move. Got Caleb Williams, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, McCarthy, Nix, and Penix. Now I really think it's really the top four is Williams, Daniels, May, and McCarthy, but we shall see. And San Francisco, the new defensive coordinator is in-house for Schefter and Jeremy Fowler. Nick Sorensen, the team's defensive pass game specialist and nickel cornerbacks coach, is going to be the new defensive coordinator when they got rid of Steve Wilkes back on February 14th. And Brandon Staley, the former Chargers coach, will expected to get some job within the organization. But hey, promote within, familiarity, continuity. I'm okay with that. There were 12 women coaches this season, a league record, which is always a good thing. I don't know why is it doing this every goddamn time. It keeps popping. Titans do $2.1 billion stadium in Nashville will be completed in time for the 2027 season. Some guy was saying how the narrative coming out of Joe Milton III, former Michigan quarterback, played at Tennessee, did not have a great season. Season before, much better season, but that he had a bad Senior Bowl, but he was 9 for 13. And that's another guy. Guy's got a cannon of an arm. I think he's going to need to you're going to have to work with some things, but yeah, he's got a hell of an arm. There's quarterbacks out there, there's a lot more shit out there than good. Look, the Jets had Simeon, you had Wilson, and you had Boyle. And you're telling me that I wouldn't I'd rather put Milton out there. I'll tell you the truth. Put somebody else out there instead of has-beens or never was. That's my opinion. I thought this was interesting. So Mike Rodick writes out all about Bama stuff. Terrion Arnold, first of all, thanked his mom for, doing everything she could to give him the tools, help him to succeed. Goes to Bama, cornerback. He says, I went to Alabama. This is on Sirius XM NFL. This is what he said to them. He said, I went to Alabama because I needed to learn how to win. I was part of Nick Saban's only class not to win a natty, and it's something that motivates me to this day. So I know when I got in that league, I need to win a Super Bowl. When it gets in the NFL, he's got to win a Super Bowl. Only class that did not win a natty, which I thought was interesting. Listen, that's kind of interesting. The one class that didn't win a natty. That's got to burn him. But I'll tell you, I thought this year's team at Bama was his greatest coaching job ever. Because you thought they were done earlier, but they didn't. They came and they got it done. They got it done. Now, Charles Robinson, Xavier Worthy, who I saw play at Texas, 5'11 and 2/8, 165 pounds. Dude, I know he's a burner, but that's 165 pounds. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is light. And they say that Michigan's, and I'm going to Samerstill, he had a hell of a cornerback out of Michigan, 5'9", 182, long arms, 4'4", 40, 10 split, outstanding 10 split of 1.51, 40 inches on the vertical, 10 feet, 11 inches on the broad jumps. I talked about Toledo's Quinion Mitchell ran a 4.33, and Clemson's Nate Wiggins ran a 4.29, despite suffering this guy got a hip injury mid-run and still ran a 4.29. 4.29. And tight end Penn State's Theo Johnson, 4.58, 40. These guys are amazing. 39.5 vertical, 10.5 broad jump. 6'6", 259. He's running a 4.458. 6'6", 2. These guys are amazing. Yeah, so Jordan Reed said that Sandra still reminds him, he said he's the best nickel corner in the draft, reminds him of Mike Hilton, undrafted free agent, played for the Pats, Steelers, and Cincy this past year, 84 tackles, 64 solos, 6 solo tackles, a sack, interception, 8 pass defense, and a fumble recovery. Yeah, I mean, listen, he is a damn good player. He's always been good there. We'll see what happens. Jaden Daniels thinks that Louis Riddick thinks that Jaden Daniels, the Bears should take him over Caleb Williams. But there's always somebody who feels this. I mean, hey, what are you gonna? There's always somebody who has somebody they really like. Always somebody out there, right? You never know. You never know. And we talked about the salary cap. Well, Nick Gates is being let go. Signed a 3-year deal 1 year ago. He's due $1.99 million in guarantees, and the Commanders are letting him go. Really? Giants pick him up. Why not? He had a horrific leg injury, I remember, but he's come back. Why not? The Pats got 101 million in cap space. Baker Mayfield they're interested in, they said. So the Bucks are. Atlanta is. He's going to get paid more than he should get paid, which is good for him. They also are re-signing former CFL standout quarterback Nathan Rourke, who was with Jacksonville, and they picked him off waivers from Jacksonville back in December. He was with the BC Lions in 2020 in the CFL, played in 21-22. Yeah, I mean, 4,000 yards, 28 touchdowns. He's completed 78.7% of his passes in 2022, a CFL record, and won the most outstanding Canadian award that year. Played at Ohio U, 3 seasons, over 7,000 yards, 60 touchdowns, and 3 consecutive bowl victories. That's a guy. How's he not getting any time? How's he not getting a chance to play quarterback? That's what I want to know. Yeah. Yeah, and multiple teams think the Pats can get a 5th-round pick. 101 million in cap space, they're saying. 101 million the Pats. And they said they have money to burn. Money to burn. And the Packers are not expected to re-sign running back A.J. Dillon. Yeah, he has been eh. And I remember Chad Wheeler. He played with the Giants, was on the Seahawks when he got into a fight with his girlfriend and was choking her to death. She somehow got away. He got 6.75 years in prison yesterday. Played at USC, was a first-team All-Pac-12 back in 2016. Should have got more. She said she thought she was going to die. And this guy's a monster. So when I see these guys, and he says, I don't hit women and he was resisting arrest, and he says, I don't hit women. Well, you kind of hit women with there. It kind of happens. And Shaq Thompson, remember he played in the NFL, 44 million. Before he played in the NFL, played minor league ball for the Red Sox when he was 18. His final pro season stats, 0 for 39, 37 strikeouts, 1 RBI, 1 stolen base, 8 base on balls. 0 for 39. Hey, Russell Wilson tried baseball. Michael Jordan tried baseball. Denny Age tried baseball. A lot of guys tried baseball and had to go play other sports. You know, it is a very tough sport to play. I also saw this on Company of Jace, but I've been reading about this also other places. The Company of Jace always has good stuff. Always the guys talking about something. And Mike Evans wants to play for a winner and have a good quarterback. So that means Jets and Giants aren't happening. And I think Josh said, KC, here we come. And I was thinking maybe Johnny Manziel should have a hunger strike. He said he won't participate in Heisman's trophy ceremonies until Reggie Bush gets his award back. So, yeah, hey, do what you have to do, dude. Do what you have to do. Yeah. And Blake Cashman was Giants, right? Giants. What was Blake Cashman? Guy, yeah. Wasn't he a Jet? And then he got injured. Where did Blake Cashman play? Blake Cashman, free agent. Yeah, that's a guy who they have 67 million in cap space, the Texans. This is a guy who had over 100 tackles last season, had interception. Yes, 106 tackles, 50 solo, 2 sacks, fumble recovery, interception, 5 pass defense. I would say he had a pretty goddamn good season. Played 14, postseason he had 10 tackles, 4 assists, a sack. I would say that's a guy I'd want playing for. Yeah, he played for the Jets 3 years, now he's with Houston. He's 27. He'll be 28 in May out of Minnesota. I say you sign a guy like him. Listen, they went from one of the worst in points allowed, 27th to 11th. He got AFC Defensive Player of the Week honors in Week 6 and a league high of 19 tackles in Week 11. Texans have a league high 30 free agents. They traded a 6th-round pick to the Jets for Cashman in 2022. And he played 16 games but only started 1 under Lovie Smith. And all of a sudden you bring a new coaching staff in and voila, you go from a guy who oh wow, yeah, didn't he used to play for the Jets? Then he comes to play for a team and actually has a very productive season. But what the fuck do the Jets know, right? I mean, what do they know? Sonny Dykes is not a fan of the 14-team college football playoff. Automatic first-round buys for the Big Ten SEC is like the NFL saying the Cowboys get a first-round buy since they have more fans than the Bengals. How preposterous is that? I can't disagree. I can't disagree with you, buddy. But that's what it is. You know, the rich get richer and everybody else gets fucked up the ass. Part of my French, but that's the truth. Everybody else, you know, the rich get richer and everybody else has to fight for scraps. It really sucks. You know, it really sucks. Yeah, I kind of agree with you. Yeah. It's crazy. It really is. The whole thing where now the Big Ten goes from basically Oregon to New Jersey. The SEC is going from Texas to Florida. Yeah, right? SEC now. We got Texas and Oklahoma and SEC, which is the Southeastern Conference. I know some people, they think some place, but there's, Galveston is Southern, but no, it's not the South. I don't think of Texas and Oklahoma. I don't think of the South. I definitely don't think it's the Big Ten. I think of Big Ten as snowy Midwestern games, not Oregon and Washington, USC and UCLA and Rutgers and Maryland. Come on, guys. Really? But that's what it is. I mean, why don't you just make one big super conference and get this all over with? Because you've destroyed everything. I loved as a kid, January 1st, it was Big Ten versus the Pac-12 every year in the Rose Bowl. It was like, because there was always a Big Ten team that, busted their ass high when they got their ass kicked, but they got to the Rose Bowl. It was like tradition. It's all out the window now, man. It's all out the window. Everything you grew up with. Old Yankee Stadium was nice. New Yankee Stadium was like a prison. Giant Stadium sucked. MetLife sucks. I liked when the Jets played at Shea, man, because the field was shitty. You had the infield dirt. You heard the planes going overhead. And now the Jets and Giants are sharing a stadium. And I just don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. Imagine the Knicks and the Nets playing in the same goddamn stadium. Or the Rangers and the Islanders playing in the same stadium. It's ridiculous. Giants and Jets should not be playing in the same stadium. Should not be. Jets should have their own goddamn stadium. Their own identity. MetLife is Giant Stadium. It says nothing. There is no identity with the Jets. I'm sorry. None. And I think that would help the Jets to get out of there and get their own fucking stadium. He has enough money. Woody Johnson's got enough. He's got billions. He can afford it. Yankee Stadium had a feel to it. Even Citi Field is nice. I will say Citi Field I like a lot better than I do Yankee Stadium. A lot better. Yankee Stadium is just like a mausoleum. It's like you can't touch anything in there. It's got no vibe to it. Old Yankee Stadium had a vibe to it, man. It was ratty. It had been worn in. We lost some shit, Sucks. It sucks. I mean, the world changed. Yeah, the world changes, right? What's going to happen this season, too, with the Yankees and the Mets? Knicks are hurt now. The season is going up in flames. Baseball, you just don't know. I mean, and then everybody's, people are already talking about the Aaron Rodgers next season. Come on. I know Josh says that Aaron Rodgers is the best Jets quarterback ever. I don't know how you say that with a guy who had 4 snaps. 4 snaps. And he's coming back, 40-year-old next year? Yeah. I listen. I hope for all my Jets fans' sake that they have a good season, especially Jay and Rob paying a shitload for season tickets. But I'm not feeling good about it. I'm not feeling good about it with Salah and your offensive coordinator, whose name escapes me right now, coming back. I don't feel good about things. I don't feel good. Yeah, this is it's ugly. It's ugly. It is really ugly. Yeah. Working today, but have fun, brother. All right. Yeah. Hackett. Thank you, Mr. Hackett. Yeah. Hackett. Buddy Hackett. Buddy Wackett. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, I've said my piece. Sickos Committee, 500 college football teams ever. Found the most 500 college football teams ever. These 4 teams all finished 500 with a 0-point differential. 2004, Notre Dame. 1971, Georgia Tech. 1962, Iowa State. And 1962, Va Tech. Devin Haney used to be a one-time mentor. Floyd Mayweather was a one-time mentor. He had even given Haney guidance, training him at his Las Vegas gym. They even spent time on his private jet, went to his house. But Mayweather, Haney and Garcia were kicked off negotiations in December. Mayweather got involved and influenced Garcia to instead fight Rolando Romero, the 140-pound WBA title holder, signed to Mayweather Promotions. Garcia did it, and he signed. Garcia obliged and told his team to focus on the fight with Romero, who switched his stance and signed to fight Isaac Cruz on March 30th. So Garcia negotiated with former undisputed lightweight champion Haney, 31-0, 15 KOs, April 20th at Barclays on DAZN pay-per-view. Garcia's 24-1, 20 KOs. He released a 9-year-old sparring footage showing 6-year-old Haney tussling with Gervonta Davis at Mayweather's gym. The edited 1 minute and 43-second clip shows the 4 years older Davis dominating Haney as Mayweather referees the action. A fed up Haney finally punched back Friday on social media. He said, Floyd has been hating me a long time. This just ain't started. I held my tongue for years because I respect the greats of the sport, but dude is a bona fide hater that doesn't want to see anybody win, and he's not if he's not a part of it. I know he sent Ryan the sparring footage. I know he gave Ryan those pimp comments to say at the press conference. Miserable old man tried to originally stop the fight. I'm happy he revealed himself to the world. Yeah, Haney also posted an edited photo on Instagram carrying a torch with Mayweather behind it and called it the Haney era. So, listen, he was 16 years old. Mayweather, you know what? Mayweather just cracks me up, man. You know, I know everybody says great fighter. I thought he ducked. I would have liked to seen him fight Pac-Man when Pac-Man was younger. You know, it was impossible to hit. I never rooted for him. He never really knocked guys out. All his fights went 12 rounds. I never liked Mayweather as a fighter, ever. And the arrogance is carried over to his post-career. He does all these exhibitions, brags about all the money, you know, carries his wads of cash and gambles. Good for him. Good for him. I never was a Mayweather fan. Never, ever. I was a Sugar Ray Leonard fan. Love Sugar Ray. But Sugar Ray ducked, and I will say it. I'll be honest here. He ducked Marvin Hagler, and he fought the last 10, 15 seconds of every round and stole a decision from Hagler. And Hagler never fought again. Ever. Ever. That was it. And Sugar Ray, hey, I was a big Sugar Ray fan. Yeah. That's what they do with the fight game, you know? And everybody's a promoter now. Everybody's promoting. And of course they're going to, you know, put their guys in place. And there's no loyalty. These guys flip, you know, a drop of a hat. So Garcia, who did Garcia? Oh, Garcia lost to Davis. Yeah. Davis is a hell of a fighter. Davis got to stay out of trouble has trouble when he's not fighting. That's when problems usually start for him. Downtime, not good time for Gervonta Davis. So we'll see. Hey, you know what? Garcia's going to get his ass kicked by Haney. I think Haney's the better fighter. I think Garcia talks a lot of shit, but I haven't seen this guy become, you know, and Davis is a hell of a fighter. I think Haney's a much better fighter than he is, but we shall see. Time will tell. Yeah. And we got NASCAR. We got soccer. Yeah. NCAA has instructed its enforcement staff to pause investigations involving third-party participation in NIL-related activities in the wake of the preliminary injunctions. So basically, the smart move, stay away. Now, I didn't know this about the long jump. They're trying to get rid. They're proposing for the World Athletics is proposing of introducing a takeoff zone where jumps would be measured from an athlete's takeoff to landing position, getting rid of foul jumps. Whereas the world champion Miltadis Pentaglo threatened to quit after winning the world indoor title Saturday, saying he would change events if the sport implements a rule change that eliminates foul jumps. He said the whole thing about it is, I consider long jump to be one of the hardest events because of the board and the accuracy you need. You need to run like a sprinter, hit the board perfectly. This is the difficult part of the long jump. The jump itself is easy. The hard part is the run up. And then we want to take that away because they're trying to make it more appealing to fans. You know what, guys? I totally agree with them. Totally agree with them. Totally agree with them. Yeah. Yeah. So we shall see. We shall see. Yeah. So I saw that. I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, we shall see on that front. What did he send me? Oh, he sent me Mexican happy meal. The shit that's on Instagram. Oh, Annie Russell, linebacker, two-time Super Bowl champ for Pittsburgh, died at 82. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So what happened here? Heavyweight boxing contender charged with a felony. Well, this is boxer Jared Anderson charged with felony after high-speed chase. Fleeing police said Saturday morning after officers said he led them on a 6-mile plus chase exceeding 130 miles an hour in Michigan. Dodge Challenger 30 around 1:36 p.m. He crashed into a median, released on $10,000 bond. Jesus Christ, was taken into custody. He's 16-0, 15 KOs, training in Toledo for a top-ranked boxing event on ESPN April 13th against Riyad Murhi in Corpus Christi. He's the number 8 heavyweight and considered America's Top heavyweight champion hopeful. Top rank. They um, declined to comment. An officer was conducting traffic enforcement when he noticed Anderson's orange Dodge Challenger fitted with a black hood, yellow coverings on the front splitter, and a camera mount with a pole affixed in the rear windshield of the vehicle. He was traveling at 70 miles per hour until he approached the officer, where he sped up and was clocked at 91 miles per hour. Yeah. Yeah, 5 point. That's a long chase to go on. He was previously arrested in November in Ohio and charged with improperly handling firearms in a vehicle while knowingly under the influence and operating a vehicle under the influence of alcohol or drugs. Jesus. He fought in August, 5th-round TKO over Andriy Rudenko. He beat George Arias and former heavyweight contender Charles. That's the one fight I saw. The decision win over Martin was alone time, and Anderson opponent heard the final bell. I watched him fight. He's a mess. All right. Yep. No Rob. All right. All right. Let me get to some trivia questions. I got some trivia questions. All right. Let me see. Home. Oh, shit. Oh, right. All right. Michigan's going to be home in a little bit. All right. Let me get to the trivia questions. Last show. Yeah, short show today. You know what? I'm a little, yeah. All right. Let me get to the trivia question for today. Yesterday, last show. Trivia question was. Early baseball player Dickie Pierce, who was born on February 29th, 1836, is credited with introducing what now common element of the game? The bunt. He did not only did he pioneer the practice of bunting, he also developed the various strategic ways to deploy the bunt, like sacrifice and squeeze. He said, I was the first to introduce the bunt hit. He told the Boston Globe in 1905, 3 years before he died. He died young. Oh, yeah, okay. Died in 1908, so he only went, 68. Dude, that's young, man. 71? While with the Brooklyn Athletics in 67, in 1867, the idea came to me, and I figured out just how a ball would bound when met from different angles. First, I practiced bunting, then hitting the ball on top so that it would carom from the fairground to the ground back to third base. All right. All right. Today's trivia question is, who is the only Coast Guard Academy player to score a point in a Super Bowl? Can you please tell me who was the only player from the Coast Guard Academy to get a point in a Super Bowl? Yeah, that's listen, I have some doozies here. The only player from the Coast Guard Academy to get a point in a Super Bowl. That's today's trivia question. No one's going to get that one. Yeah. And thank you, Josh Dubois, for that trivia question. All right. Hey, Josh, Saul, Kev, Rob, thanks for being on today. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for listening. Have a great day, guys. Peace out. I'll talk to you soon. Adios. All right. All right. All right. All right. Let me do the last two trivia questions. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.